Hi everyone. Katie's joining like in a minute or two. So let's just wait for 2 minutes more and then we can start the session. Okay. So Katie's here and a lot of people has joined us.
Awesome.
So all right. So let me start with a small introduction that what we are going to talk about today. Okay, so hi everyone, and let me tell you what Leland is all about. So Leland is a professional coaching marketplace where verified experts coach real clients, build real track records, and create a publicly documented presence that says this person's expertise is sought after, trusted, and valued by the market. For any navigating an O1 or EB1 application, this is not just nice to have, this is an evidence, to be very honest, that I'm going to explain at the second half after Katie talks about how Leland works. And the person who understands this better than almost I know is Katie, and she's here with us. So Katie worked closely within the Leland ecosystem and has helped professionals across industries turn their coaching practice into a credible criteria qualifying pillar of their extraordinary talent visa cases. And um, so Katie, you can take over from here.
Awesome. Hey, great to see everyone. Thanks for taking time out of your day to be here. I am Katie and I work at Leland. I lead our coach supply growth efforts. My job is to find exceptional coaches to join the platform. I can give you guys a bit of a walkthrough of the platform. Full disclosure is I know a lot less about the visa side, but I'm glad we have some help who can, we can get some answers there too. But I would love to tell you guys all about Leland and what being an expert on the platform looks like. So if it works, maybe I'll just pull up my screen. Oh, it looks like I may need to send you a request. Perfect. Okay, I'm in. Let's see here. So hopefully you guys can see this okay.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So Leland was started about 5 years ago at the Stanford Business School. Our founder was there and he was doing some MBA admissions coaching on the side and decided, oh, there might be a marketplace opportunity for this. And it turns out there was. So that was, again, about 5 years ago. And now we have over 2,000 coaches across all kinds of categories. So we still have, a really strong admissions focus, but also general career focus, upskilling focus. We even have professional dating coaches on the platform, so the like personal side of coaching too. So yeah, we have about, like I said, over 2,000 live coaches, and tens of thousands of weekly users. So the way that Leland works is it's kind of like your other forms of marketplaces. I will click into We'll click into one of our bigger categories, consulting. So the way that it works, I'll talk about events in a second here, but all coaches have their own profiles. You can see Eric, Nick, Zin. We have, exceptional coaches in this space. You can imagine a lot of the coaches come from McKinsey, Bain, and BCG, if any of you are familiar with the management consulting world. But really, it's helping a lot of times students, so people wrapping up in college and MBA students break into these fields. Actually, my husband is a coach in this space, and he's, doing mock interviews with people. A lot of times it's in the consulting world, there's a lot of case interviews. So he's doing a lot of casing, helping review resumes, kind of coming up with application strategy, networking tips. They're basically like the person in your corner helping you get to that milestone. So we can click into a couple of these. Nick is actually, I know him very well, so we can look at his. Hopefully this new tab works for you guys. Can you see Nick's profile? Hopefully you guys can see this one. So Nick is, yeah, one of our top coaches. So he worked at BCG, and he's got his reviews. He happens to have our customer favorite tab. He has packages. So as a coach, you set your own pricing. So he looks like he set his pricing around $200 an hour. And then a customer can go ahead and like book an hourly session with him to work together, or they can do a 10-hour package or a 20-hour package. So a lot of coaches like to send those over just because then you really are establishing a relationship. And, if Nick sends that over, he could make, $4,000. So it's a really cool way to both give back and to earn while doing it. And then, of course, in the visa world, to really like show you're an expert. People love working with you. And in general, our platform has around a 5% acceptance rate. So we really are looking for the best of the best and won't let just anyone on. And it's a very public way to showcase that. So Nick also publishes resources to Leland Plus, which I think could be a really interesting opportunity for the visa seeking community because it's another way to showcase what you've done and what you know. So Leland Plus is our content library. So I'll open that up. And this is all of Nick's content. He's got a lot of content. But if I just kind of show you the main page, this is now across all categories. But we have, again, AI, medical school, consulting. So there's a lot of different ones. These are ones I guess I recently viewed. Um, and you can publish those resources and then see, basically we pay you out based on engagement. So if we go to another category, so this is product management. We have courses that coaches can contribute to, and then just general resources. So like product management 101, this is someone who worked at Uber describing what a PM actually does, what are the various roles, all this kind of stuff is really awesome and can showcase that like you are, publishing materials, and are seen as the expert, to be able to do so. So that's Leland Plus. And then we also do free events, which I think is another awesome way to like showcase that like you are an expert at what you do. So coaches who are accepted and join the platform are able to do free events and webinars for the community, which is an awesome way to get leads. So, for example, this is like one of our top coaches. Looks like she's doing a workshop on using AI to build a PE profile. We actually have a PE, so private equity week this week, which tends to get a ton of traffic. So it looks like she's got almost 1,000 people registered for her event that starts in an hour. But a lot of our events will get, several hundred people registered. I think last month we did over 250 free events that were all coach led. So it's awesome and like coaches really, really value it. And so that is the event side. And then we also have boot camps, which can be another way to plug in. There's a lot of different ways to like monetize your expertise on the platform. And it's very much a choose your own adventure, which is really fun. But our boot camp offering is a cohort based like course. So we actually have this big AI builder program coming up. And I know at least level one here, I think has almost 200 people registered. So that group of people will go through and in this course we have one coach. Other courses will have multiple coaches who run different sessions. But yeah, it's a fun way to get in front of a wider audience and instruct and, again, demonstrate that, you're capable of you're the expert and you can teach a big group. So that is kind of the overview of the platform. Like I said, we've got a ton of categories. I think over 150 at this point. So a ton of finance, a ton of business, a ton of product, tech, medicine, admissions, a ton going on right now with AI. So if you have any AI expertise, that's a huge one, super in demand. Hopefully that helps as an overview, and I'm happy, to talk through any questions that you all might have.
Anybody has any question, they can definitely put it on chat box.
Yes, I'm happy to go into the chat. And maybe like while you're in the chat, I'm kind of curious what kind of fields you guys work in. I'm happy to
Yeah.
uh, tell you guys a little bit more about various categories. Also happy to answer any questions live if anyone wants to do that.
Sorry. Okay. I mean, I hope. Okay, I'm not jumping the queue, but maybe I have some questions. So great platform
Totally.
and good to know. I haven't. I'm exploring right now. Uh,
Cool.
I just want to understand more on the publishing part of it. Like, I understood like you could probably become a coach and try to. I think with my visa status, like I'm on H-1B, I think maybe monetization and all of that, probably I'll stay away from those. But like, I'm assuming
Mm.
because it's not allowed, right? But at least for like the getting more my work published or helping someone like for free, something like that. Is this something I can use as a publishing criteria? And then if yes, then like what are the resources, I guess?
Yeah, great question. Most of our coaches do join looking to earn. We may have a handful of people that do it as a volunteer. I actually don't know. I'd have to look into that a bit more. Like, but basically offer services for free. And then Leland Plus, we do technically pay out for it. Yes, I think we'd have to think through the unpaid option. And I don't know if it puts your current visa at risk to even like show it up there. I guess maybe not if your hourly rate is zero, but I'd have to do a little bit more digging, and I think we probably don't want to jeopardize our current coach pool that is charging. So we could yeah, do some more digging if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. Go ahead.
Aniket, I think I would help you in understanding, how you can pull off. So, are you targeting O1 or EB1A? What is your expected visa target?
EB1A.
Okay, so if you are asking, like, I'm on H1B, and will this going to be a situation where I'm already working for a company and it's going to be jeopardize my situation in terms of earning, from the coaching session? So there are two ways to look into it. Number one, you can have a passive income, but not an active income. So you're already actively involved in a company and you're working for them. So you cannot have an active income from coaching, but a passive income is always welcomed. So it needs to be strategized, technically correct in the petition, or we have to figure out a plan if you are going for if it depends upon how your experience comes along, and then if it's fit into a particular plan of coaching, and then we need to navigate how it is. Number one thing. And you have also asked this question that how it does fit into EB1A, right? So there are many ways that it fits into the visa category. Number one, out of 10 criterias, we need to navigate 3 for EB1A, right? So coaching fits into more than 3 criterias. Number one, original contribution. When you're going to come and apply for coaching, so you are going to develop a course around it. That development itself is called a original contribution self-development. It's a IP, right? Intellectual property in mind that you are developing. So it is going into that original contribution when you are developing syllabus, courses, how your experience of a long year of experience in practical surfaces now into a situation where people are taking, course of action from that course, or your experience, you're navigating how the complex situations have been come up along in certain way. So this is how in original contribution it can be used. Critically, it can also be used in terms of, it depends upon the syllabus as well. So a lot of time, a lot of my clients come to me and say that, okay, this is how I should put up my evidence towards it. So it totally depends if the course contents kind of the way that you have navigated the complex projects or cases in certain manner, and you are projecting that in a way that it is beneficial and it has been recognized by the industry experts from your peers, then it comes to a critical phase as well. So it has to be argued in certain manner or strategically implemented in certain manner at the time of the petition drafting. Now, the next segment that I feel like it can also be argued under the final merit determination. It is a narrative building, basically. It's just not a coaching, but it's a narrative building. You are telling a story in the EB1A or O1A. You are not just saying that, hey, I have this evidence and I have done this, is this, and that's it. The USCIS officer is also a human being out there, and they are actually understanding how the person has come up a long way from the point of the college started till now. It's been like 15 years of experience or 20 years of experience. So it helps and develops a narrative building very strong. And overall, it's an enhancement to the petition itself. So it enhances the petition in terms of understanding where how this particular syllabus is actually impacting the domain. So as Katie said, that there are lots of people who are like, coming up along in coaching and training people. So they are like their own peer level people, or people who are like interested in that particular course to attain. So that's called the recognition. I hope I was able to give you the answers.
Yep, makes sense. Thank you for that. I think for Katie, just a question. Like, I know, like, if I put my rate as $0 per hour, will that work in the current system?
I'll have to check. I'll honestly have to check. I'll have to check if the platform, like, like the plan, like Leland's stance on free coaching, because I don't know anyone that's doing it now. So I just have to check on that. But I can drop my
Got it.
email in
Okay,
chat and we can follow up.
sounds good. Thank you both.
Rakesh is asking, what's the turnaround time on application process?
Oh, good question. We try to be pretty efficient with it. Sometimes we get backlogged. We get a lot of applications. So the way the process works in general, if I step back, is you apply. I will drop a link also in this chat to apply, and that's actually pulls in from your LinkedIn, and it like fills a lot of the information for you. So I'd say that takes like 15, 20 minutes, and then our team reviews it. And then if you get accepted, we have you do a couple onboarding steps. So we'd have you do, watch some training videos on how the platform works and like how to interact with clients. And then have you set up your Stripe account so we can pay you. And then we have you connect to your calendar, just so it'll sync with your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you use. And then we also have you set your pricing. So you do those 4 steps and then you can go live. So you can do that within a couple weeks.
Okay. Anybody else has any questions? My part of talk will be more into how coaching and mentorship map the visa criteria. So if there is any questions related with Leland, anything else you want to know, please drop a text or unmute yourself and please ask. I believe that there are no questions. So can I know like how many of you are targeting EB1 or O1 from here? So I feel like most of the people might be targeting O1 and EB1 in general. So I'll give you an overview how mentorships and coachings work usually. Start with like this. There are like total 10 of criteria in EB1 and 8 of criteria in O1. And we need to navigate 3 in both of them, right? So how usually the mentorships or coaching do fit into the picture, they are also fitting into the picture as a judging criteria. So there is one of the criteria that is called judging, and definitely this helps in terms of navigating fitting into this particular you can say judging portal as well. So for example, when you're going to go for mentorships and coachings, you're going to build the syllabus, you're going to talk about it, right? And then there is a very good chance that people who are peers of yours or who are beginners of that same particular domain would like to get in touch with you or understand how it has been built, right? So on that particular phase, there might be most of the people coming up towards to understand how to develop their career in the same pathway. That's also one of the mentorship programs that you can do. That is a one-on-one mentorship. And itself, when you are like, some people come up to you and just ask you that, hey, these are my papers from where, how I can like, can you just guide me? So these are also one-on-one individual judgings, like judging in the sense that you are judging a paper or written paper or an article or a piece of article that they have already drafted. So this is like you're collaborating with the peers of your own domain. I don't feel it is one of the criteria that it can be fulfilled. Number 2, as I mentioned, how it is going to be helpful in the original contribution as well. So when there is a development of a coaching program or a syllabus into it, it's for everybody, it's different, right? So for you, it would be different. For somebody else who's with a different field of expertise, that would be different. So there is a development and understanding of how these coaching programs are like syllabus is being developed and how it is going to be benefited to the peer or the domain segmented. So we have to explain every time in the talent visa categories like this way, how your work has been recognized. And this is one of the most powerful, you can say, subject areas or criteria where you can definitely showcase that how it has been recognized in terms of people joining you, people hearing you, people navigating with you after even the coaching sessions are happening. These are the few of the areas where we can document it, and definitely these needs to be documented in terms of navigating your petition. The next chapter is how we are going to be making itself as a narration, right? Narration is very important in any kind of talent visas that you all are pursuing. It helps to understand and build the understanding that how my story is built up. So it's just not about, okay, I have to make up all the 3 criterias or 4 criterias or 5 criterias, however you guys are targeting, but it's also about how you are narrating it, presenting it. It's more about like how you are coming up with your practical experience. That's something very unique which can be fitting in as comparatively to any other artifacts or any other works that you are doing for your O1 or EB1A. So a lot of people like doing like, okay, I want to do a patent, I want to do a book writing, I'm working on authorship articles. But the most practical experience that you have already gained throughout your 15 years, 20 years, or 5 years of experience, however it is, will definitely be a mentorship or a coaching where you can come up along and write up, since you're going to develop it, and then you're going to also say about it, or you can explain about it. These are the ways that you can definitely develop it. And in the part of the critical role and development, as I said, how it usually navigates. So when you are developing a syllabus for yourself, you are definitely going to take up the experience that you have already gained in the past years. When you're developing, you can keep your visa thing in the mind that, okay, I'm going to develop this particular course and this needs to be spoken about like this XYZ things. So this is how you can also argue, you can help the attorney to argue the things in and tie up all the, you can say, all the criterias towards it. So anything that you have developed a complex project, or you have navigated a complex project, or you have gotten a project where it has been you have changed the overall perception, it can definitely help to understand the domain, as well as it is also going to understand how this has made setup your experience from a longer time to now. Okay. So these are the few things that I just felt like coaching can really help you out. And if you have any questions, specific even questions that how any kind of situational questions, please feel free to ask. For example, if there is a software developer, how we can do it, and etc. etc. Okay. I believe you guys don't have any question.
That was a very good overview. I learned a lot.
All right. If you have any question, you can drop me an email as well. We can definitely help you out. Okay. So, Katie,
I do have a
yeah.
one question if I can ask.
Yes,
Could
yes,
sound
please.
like very nice. I come from an industrials background, operation management, operation research. Kitty, do you think there's any fit for such kind of coach at Leland? By the way, I am a Leland Plus member.
Oh, that's awesome. I love to hear that. Yeah, operations has been like one of our harder ones to fit. We do have a business strategy and operations category. But it's
Perhaps
funny, we've
that
had
could
some like,
be a
yeah, that
fit.
could be it. We've had some like supply chain people or like straight operations people, and for whatever reason, our with as many categories as we have, you would think that that would be like an easy one. But that might be the
Yep, yep,
best.
yep. I'm figuring out a good fit in
Cool.
this, but yeah,
Also,
I'll be in touch with
I
you.
see your northeastern background.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
Wait, are you from Northeastern as well?
No. But we just see so many people applying to be like college admissions coaches or MBA admissions coaches. So that if there's
Oh.
any admissions side of things too, yeah.
But yeah, thanks for the call today.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining.
Okay, I think, Katie, we should wind up. Thank you for the insightful session. It was really nice and amazing having you with us. And
For having me.
everybody, thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, you can please drop an email to me and Katie. Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Take care.
guys. Have a great day.
Thanks, Swati. Thank you.
Bye-bye.